Hi, welcome to your love reading. This is for the total solar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 4th of December. It's also, we're looking at your love life moving into 2022 because I feel like this new moon eclipse is a gateway into what's coming up for 2022. So look out for messages about that as well, okay? If you're drawn to this, it's a collective. So if you're drawn to this, there'll be a message for you. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot and we're going to dig deep. We're going to see what's going on. Let's do just a big girl shuffle. We've got the second camera, so we're going to have a look at the spread as well. And then if this resonates with you, if you get to the end of it and it really does something for you, there'll be a link in the description box where we do a further extended reading and we look at the cards. We use some more decks, love oracle decks, and we ask, what are things like on the other side of the coin? How do they feel about you? What's the quality of the relationship, etc. Okay. Without further ado, okay. What do we need to, what do we need to know going into 2022, starting with this new moon eclipse? Cool. I think there is a lot in this energy about cutting some things out, leaving some things behind, and what's coming in that's new. And again, and if you watch my daily readings, you will know how often I stray into a gardening metaphor and I have no idea why I do it. It feels like we're cutting back, pruning. We're pruning. This is something I don't actually in a garden know how to do. But in a love life, there's some pruning here, okay? Yeah. That one. Oof. Okay. The first two cards that come out, we'll have a look at these two and then we'll have a look at the spread as a whole. We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. There's something here. And again, that's quite a Sagittarius-y type card, okay? For some of you, and this won't be for everybody, for some of you there's a very physical relationship here that I think you've already met this person. So I think this is somebody you know. I think it's somebody you've maybe had a few dates with. It's very specific for this group of you, okay? It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that you are involved with here. I'm not sure with this person how free they are to have a relationship, and that may already be an issue. So you will know if this is you because you will already have found that there is some kind of gap, as in, for example, maybe you had a couple of dates and they haven't texted in a while or something like that, and it feels uncertain, a bit, I was going to say unbuttoned and unzipped. I think there might have been some unbuttoning and unzipping, and that part is not the issue. I think the issue is that this person that you're dealing with may be quite sociable, which isn't bad in itself. There's just something here, particularly if you're dealing with a fire sign, about freedom and about convention and about, and this is good. I mean, if you're looking for excitement and fun and a fling, and some of us are at different times, there's nothing wrong in that at all. And this would really fit the bill. Okay, it really would. If you're looking, if there's a mismatch in what you're looking for with this person, and that might be the case, it doesn't have to be a permanent mismatch, but I just think right as we're in this energy in December and we're in holiday season, I think there is a difficulty between their plans over the holidays, as much as any of us have plans anymore, but their kind of, yeah, their plans, whether they include you, whether you're going to be a +1, whether you've moved into the territory of +1, or whether you're kind of back in this territory of, I'm not sure what to call this. The other card that goes with this is the Three of Cups in reverse. This again is a card of what I call taking your love to town. So you have the Two of Cups, which is, you know, in the very nicest way, a hookup card, like a lovely hookup, but also a hookup and get together. It's a hookup and, you know, we're really into each other. We've met, we've exchanged cups. It's like, It moves to the Three of Cups when it becomes more public, when you meet the parents or when you go on a work do or when you, what I call take the love to town, when it becomes official. There is a gap here between what's begun and it becoming official. Okay, I just want to take a couple more cards if you're in that category to clarify that for you, okay? What do we need to know about this? And this is, yeah, this is if you're in this particular thread. What is, oof. Okay, this is messy because normally I do drop individual cards, but I don't normally drop the whole pack. So there's something messy. Okay, good. That's good. What do we need to know about this particular connection? Maybe with a fire sign. Yeah. This connection is going to drift over the holiday period. Okay. So what needs to happen, this card here, the Five of Wands, when it's in the reverse, is a great card to get. But what it means is there are complications in this. There's been some complications. It's literally too many people being involved, too many things to think about, too many ties or somebody being, I always think of this as moving through the forest and then, you know, it's like getting the brambles out of the way. These are relationship brambles, okay? It might be where they live. It might be that it's long distance. It might be that they have a job they can't get away from where they are or whatever it is. It can also be for some of you that they're involved in a messy divorce or there's something, yeah. If you are single and you're looking at 2022, one message for you, and you'll know if this resonates for you, is to be very clean and clear about who you get involved with, because it looks like, particularly if it is fire signs, it looks like, excuse me, there could be just a bit of messiness about it. Messiness that could snowball into confusion if it hasn't already. We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, and I do like that. This is getting out of a difficult headspace. Some of this is about the messiness and this person, and some of it is also about your beliefs about relationships. And Sagittarius, we have this new moon eclipse in Sagittarius, is a sign that deals with beliefs, philosophy, and kind of wider thinking. And I do feel like there is a need for you to, if we can, and all of us do this at times, but to widen the torch, widen the search. So let's say, for example, you're single, but you're kind of semi-involved with this person and you don't really know where it's going. Have you continued to open your options elsewhere? Okay, I would keep your options open. You don't have to eliminate this person, but I feel like it would make it very clean for you, but also it might stimulate them to know exactly where they want to go as well, so that they're meeting you with some kind of equal, bringing something to the table. We then have the Five of Pentacles. For some of you, this may be the walk in the snow, which is what I call this. And this might be that you end up walking away from this person and seeing what happens next, you know, and just saying to yourself, because what's on offer with the Five of Pentacles is cozy-ish. It's like you've got two people walking in the snow. You've got the Five Pentacles, which represents what the church can offer, which is maybe money, maybe food, maybe comfort of some kind. But these two people are choosing to keep walking, and that doesn't keep them warm in the short term. It doesn't serve their needs in the short term, but in the long term, they know that this comfort is a trap. Okay? So you will know if that is for you and if that particular part of the reading resonates with you. Okay, let's look at the cards and see what we've got. Whew. My camera is slanted at the moment and it is driving me a bit insane, and I may not be able to change it, so what I might have to do is just change the slant of the cards. There you go. I'll put them sideways and then it will just look like they're straight. Okay, I'm going to just also go like that, go like that, and then slightly zoom out. That's better. Right, we'll put those there because we've seen those. Cool. I'll also lift them up so you can see them closer to the camera. Right, some of you, this is about an ex or someone from the past. We have, oh God, that's better. I hope that's straight to you-ish. I'm a Pisces. Honestly, things are just always a bit messy. Right, look here, we've got this Two of Swords. To a certain extent, as we move from 2021 into 2022, there is some need to take pause, okay? To take a pause over where you're going with your love life. And it looks like what served you in 2021 is not what's going to serve you in 2022. But it's you that's making the cut here. So when we get this energy, because you'll notice down here we've got the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is Neptunian energy, but it's also the energy of there is a reason why there's a pause. This is like a minor arcana Hanged Man, the Two of Swords, which says you need to think about this, okay? So whatever your situation, Sagittarius gives us pause, it broadens our thinking, it makes us think outside the box, for want of a better word, and that's going to benefit everybody. For some of you, Knight of Pentacles, there has been a patient repair and waiting process here with the Six of Cups, okay? You could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could be waiting for a fire sign as well. I think some of you are, because that came up before, didn't it? Whoever you're waiting for in this particular scenario, we've got the Ten of Wands here in reverse. It feels like that Ten of Wands is a surrender, a give up. It's somebody who, and it could be you as well, have a lot piled on your plate, or they have a lot piled on their plate. There's a lot piled on this. If this relationship was a plate, it's groaning with something, okay? There's a lot piled on. But it feels like, especially if you are a Cancerian, it feels like you need to address some issues that have been weighing you down. And some of them may even go back to the father, because we have the Emperor here. Some of them relate to divine masculine energy and how you relate to divine masculine energy. Because you have the feeling that somebody is missing. Now, this could be your ex, it could be that you're single, but you can feel that you've got a soulmate shaped hole, as it were, in your heart. That sounded a bit bad. It feels like nostalgia and a longing. But sorry, I'm getting loads of messages. It feels like for some of us that this is tied to nostalgia and longing, maybe for divine masculine in the past, maybe for a father figure, that kind of energy. You will know if that's you. And if you even suspect that that's you, just go down into that energy, because I'm looking underneath here as a mirror image, and I've got the Magician in the reverse. When you get the Magician in the reverse, it means you might be dealing with a Gemini or an Aquarius, but also what you see is not necessarily what you get. So if you're thinking about your significant other, or the person that you're in connection with, or somebody who is an ex, you've got to be careful going into 2022 that they are who you think they are, that they are worth your time. That may be a sobering message, but I think it's very important because we've got the Knight of Pentacles here with the Six of Wands in reverse. Don't spend time, effort, and whatever else on things that you maybe can never win. That's what that's saying. And what the energy of this new moon eclipse in Sagittarius is going to bring is the ability to see that, to know it, to feel it, to believe it, and to act on it. Okay? Now, for some of you, again, there is a link here to a relationship with a lot of, I don't know if you'd call it karma, it's making my nose itch, karma or reminiscence. Again, this could be somebody who felt like home, and that home may be quite triggering in some ways, but also quite good in other ways. You know, relationships are not really very straightforward very often, and this feels like we are moving through December into 2022 with a lot of complex threads in the love life, whether you are single or coupled. You know, there's all the threads of someone from the past. There's the need to push on into the future. And the biggest decision is, who do I bring with me and who do I leave behind? And also another thing is, who's waiting? Who's waiting? Because for some of you, someone is waiting, and I like the energy of that. It feels like, for want of a better word, and I do not like the word soulmate, I just don't. It has too many kind of connotations, but there's no better word. The one, I suppose. The person, the one, whatever. It feels like for some of you, that person is already there. They're already planted in 2022. But if you're occupied particularly by the wrong person and that continues for months and months and months, you may pass them by or, you know, not meet them at all. It just feels like there's a need to clean up our side of the street here. It doesn't mean you have to jettison everyone you're involved in. I'm not getting that. But you do need to be able to stand up and be counted to yourself about the energy, the thought, and the effort you put into something. It has to be something where there can be a good outcome. It doesn't have to be perfect. Things aren't perfect. Relationships aren't perfect. People are certainly not perfect. We're not perfect. But there needs to be a good outcome. A win-win of some kind. Okay? Now, itchy nose. For some of you moving into 2022, a sense of commitment here with the Hierophant. We've got the Six of Cups and we've got the Hierophant. There's a story here about commitment, and it may again either be with somebody you already know here with the Six of Cups, where there's almost a childhood sweetheart vibe around the relationship, or it kind of rings bells, like if you're involved with somebody and the commitment is not coming or is coming or whatever it is, it rings bells to a previous relationship for you. Okay? Now, the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles here that we have in reverse, this is good. This is being willing. Because if you look at the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, this is when you're looking at how far you've come with something. You're particularly looking at how much work you've done, how much you've invested in something or someone, and whether you're going to continue to the Eight of Pentacles, which is the work card. I'm going to keep on trucking. I'm going to keep on working with this. Both for you and the person you're connected with, there's a need to drop the Ten of Wands. There's a need to drop whatever it is that's stopping you from moving forward, from being happy, from finding love, from finding commitment of whatever that is to you. When we get this commitment card, when we get the Hierophant, for some people the Hierophant, traditionally it means marriage. It can, for me, in reverse, sometimes mean divorce as well, but I'm getting marriage for this. Or it can be any kind of making it official type commitment. So it can be moving in together, it can be becoming exclusive, it can be meeting someone at all, it can be anything that moves you from one state to another state where it's more officially a stage, okay, of a relationship. With the Emperor and the Magician in reverse, some of you have been fooled before, as we all have, and this is a kind of card that speaks of fool's gold. The Magician has the table in front of him, he puts on a show, he puts on a performance, he's very entertaining, he can do the talking and people are, raptured, the audience wants to watch. But when everybody's gone home and he's on the stage, there's all his props. He didn't really pull the rabbit out of the hat. He didn't really saw the woman in half or whatever kind of old-fashioned stunts they used to do. It is a sleight of hand. There is illusion here. Some of you, I get Aquarius for the Magician, but some of you dealing also with a water sign, I think, or you are a Pisces or a Cancer, some of you. Okay. Then moving over here, we've got some confusion. And I think moving from 2021 into 2022, we are going to embrace confusion, because confusion can sometimes be a really good fuel, okay? Because underneath it, we have this Ace of Swords. This is a brilliant clarity. This is when the crown chakra has epiphanies. Thinking is not going to get you through it, but epiphanies will. The universe is going to send you some epiphanies in order that you can use that sword of truth to kind of split off any lies, any kind of, I want to say heresy, but I don't know why, just anything that is false. You don't want to move into 2022 with anything that isn't actually true. And then over here we've got the Chariot. Many of you are Cancerians. This is your card. Now, of course, you're pulled in two different directions with the Chariot, but there is a need to keep the show on the road, even with two Sphinxes going in different directions. You may be very drawn to something. You may also have intuitions and hunches that you want to go in a different direction with it. Again, it's how do we go from 2021 to 2022 and take what's worth taking with us, because for some of us there is stuff here that is worth taking. There is a relationship here that is very sweet, okay? It's very simpatico, it's friendship, and it's lovers, and it's soft, but also you've just got to make sure it has the fabric to support it. This card here, for some of you, you just need to be really, really careful dealing with divine masculine energy. And I'm going to take a couple more cards for that. What do we need to know about the Emperor and the Magician in reverse? Yay. The Empress in the reverse. So we now have an Emperor and an Empress. Okay, if we put that there. Divine masculine energy, and you're honouring your divine feminine energy. There is something here that says the only way that this can work is if you honour your divine feminine energy. You may be tempted with the talk of the Magician, particularly if it's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you're dealing with. You may be tempted to just go along with what they're saying, or just go along with what they're offering. but this goes against your own divine feminine energy. And also, do not dismiss your intuitions about somebody, because they are very likely to be right. Okay, let's take one more card. I think I want one more card for Six of Cups energy. Oh my God. So when I get the Six of Cups, there's one card I'm looking out for, and it's that one. Because to me, the Six of Cups goes with Judgment. Judgment is past, present and future, and it's also a card of resurrecting something. And the Six of Cups is the card of the ex. Now, we have Mercury retrograde in 2022, fairly early on. It may even be, I don't know when it is, but look, I think it might be in January even. Oh, hurrah. But that will be, if this is about an ex, that will be when they show up. Okay, it's not that long away. Be prepared, because you need to have your ducks in a row, and you need to have your boundaries as they should be. Now, in the extended reading, I am going to look at different scenarios. I'm going to look at that one. So if you've been in separation with this Judgment card and the Six of Cups, I'm going to look at what's going on in the absence, what's going on from their point of view, and also the quality of getting back together or not getting back together. I'm going to have a look if you are connected with somebody where you don't know what to leave behind and what to take with you into 2022, how they feel about you and what's going on about that. Okay, so let's just have some love cards. One moment. Romance. Woof! Angel Oracle cards. What do we need to know? Nice. I want to ignore that one, but I can't. Reconciliation. You deserve love. Yes, you do. And playfulness, keeping your options, whatever your situation is, as you move into 2022, there is such a need to keep your options open. We better see what that one is, because it flew across the room. Let go of control issues. I want one more. Yeah, there will be. And heart-to-heart conversations, particularly I think during Mercury retrograde, and I think it's in January. Just Google Mercury retrograde 2022. Wowzers, people. That's quite a meaty reading, actually. There's a lot going on. There is a lot to do. There is a lot about boundaries. There's a lot about what to take with you and what to leave behind. Particularly empowering, I think, as well. I'm going to go do the extended reading. Okay, we're ready. We've got love oracle cards. We've got all the different decks. We're going to do some channeling. We're going to do some digging. Let's do it. The link's in the description box. I'll see you soon. Namaste.